Let us talk about color theory. So, what is color theory? Color theory is a field of study and practical application that explores how colors are used and how they interact with each other. You need to know color theory for you to be able to do very, very good design. So, let us go with the type of colors. That's where we start. So we have primary colors, which are the fundamental colors that cannot be created by mixing other colors. So primary colors are what we call RYB, red, yellow, and blue. And we go to the secondary colors, which are obtained by mixing two primary colors. If I mix blue and yellow, I get green, red and yellow, I get orange, and red and blue, I get purple. So we have tertiary colors, which are created by mixing a primary color with a neighboring secondary color on the color wheel. So we have the color wheel, which is a circular representation of all these colors we've talked about, the primary, the secondary, and the tertiary. We have color properties. You might have come across the terms hue, saturation, shade, tint. So what is that? A hue is the pure color itself. You can choose to say what hues are you using for the website instead of saying what colors are you using for the website. Saturation is the intensity or vividness of a color, ranging from fully saturated to what we call grayscale, which is desaturated. We have shade. Shade is a color that has been darkened by adding black. We have tint, a color that has been lightened by adding white. We go to color harmonies. Color harmonies refer to combination of colors such that they're aesthetically pleasing when used together. You need to have a very good color harmony in your website such that it evokes the message of what you're trying to achieve. And we will start with the first color harmony, which is monochromatic, which is basically using one single color and adding shades and tints. So if you have a client that tells you, I just need red in my website, so you can play with that color using different shades and tints. Analogous, this is just using colors that are adjacent to each other on the color wheel. Someone involves using colors that are closely related. And they create a sense of harmony and cohesiveness. We have complementary. Complementary basically is using colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. They create this vibrant contrast, e.g., red and green, blue and orange. So when using complementary colors, is you want to design a shouting website. Split complementary, a variation of the complementary harmony. This harmony involves pairing a color with the two colors adjacent to its complement. So from one end of the color wheel, I will go to the colors that are adjacent to the complementary color on the opposite side of the color wheel, as you can see in that figure. Yeah. So we have triadic. Triadic evenly spaced around the color wheel, forming an equilateral triangle. This harmony involves using three colors that are equally distant from each other, such as red, yellow, and blue, or orange, green, and purple. So they create this bold and energetic color scheme while maintaining a balanced visual contrast. We have tetradic, which is basically drawing a square on your color wheel. Which consists of two sets of complementary colors forming a rectangle on the color wheel. This harmony involves using four colors or two pairs of complements such as blue, green, red, and orange. They offer diverse and dynamic color scheme, but they require careful balance to avoid overwhelming the design. So we have what we call color models. What are color models? These are also referred to as color spaces or color systems, which are mathematical representations that define how colors are created, displayed, and reproduced in various digital and physical media. They help standardize and communicate color information between devices and applications. For example, your TV displays what we call RGB. which is red, green, and blue. It's what we call an additive color model, where colors are created by mixing red, green, and blue light at varying intensities. So full intensities of all the three colors result in white, while no light produces blue. So all electronic devices, they use what we call RGB. We have CMYK. CMYK is a color model, which is what we call a subtractive color model, primarily used for printing purposes. It's called subtractive because you have to subtract colors to get to white, because the white is a sheet of paper. So you create a color by mixing four colors, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, which is also called key, on a white surface. So it's mostly used in the printing industry to reproduce colors on paper and other physical materials. Let's go to the psychology of color. Psychology of color explores the profound impact that different colors can have on human emotions, behaviors, and perceptions. So, colors possess inherent psychological association and cultural significance, evoking specific feelings and eliciting varied responses from individuals. So, we use and harness the psychology of color to influence customer preferences, shape brand identities, and create effective communication strategies. So you might be wondering why most hospitals are blue, because you have that calmness of blue. Why most corporates use blue? Such things. Why do luxury brands use black? So that is what we call the psychology of color. So red is the color of passion and excitement, is the perfect choice if your brand identity is loud, youthful, and exciting. Orange is another high energy color, and it's great if you want to appear friendly and playful. Used less commonly than red, so it will make you stand out. Yellow is the color of sunshine. It's all about happiness. Cheerful vibe makes it a good choice if you want to feel fun, accessible, and affordable. So we have green, which is an incredibly versatile color, which can be used by any brand. So culturally, when people see green, they think of two things: money or nature. So if your brand is either tied to green or to money or nature, you can use green. We have blue, most universally appealing color in the spectrum. It can help your branding to appear more stable and trustworthy. We have purple, which is the color of royalty. So if you're going for a luxurious feel in your branding, this is a safe bet. So you have pink, which is culturally tied to femininity, or is it femininity? So if your brand is targeted towards women, you can use pink for that. We have brown, which is the least used color. So if you want to stand out, uh, you can use brown because it's least used, even though it doesn't shout. If you want to appear masculine and rugged, you can use brown. Black, if you want to be viewed as modern, sophisticated, there is nothing as classic and as effective as black. So basically, this is a chart that shows the psychology of color in both the positive and the negative.